Hi, what's going on, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be doing this kind of different video. I'm going to be showing y'all what I played last night in my Throne of Eldraine. I can't say that for some reason. Throne of Eldraine. There we go. Deck. I've never really done a video like this before. No, I lied. I think I did, but I actually showed the cards on the screen, and it was like kind of a lot, so I just kind of wanted to do this and kind of like do it from this angle so that y'all could kind of see. I went 3-0-1. I split at the last round because I was really tired. I had a really, really good time. So this deck was really sweet, obviously, because I 2-0'd every single round, and I did not play my last round because, again, I was tired, and I was like, I would like to leave. So I went blue, red, and I think this deck was really strong. It honestly didn't feel like, when I was building it, it didn't feel like it was going to be that good, but then I think I don't know, it just kind of stomped people. So, anyways, the first thing I think we'll do is we'll go over the deck, and then I'll kind of show y'all what other cool things that I got. So first, at 1 mana, I have Scalding Cauldron. This card is really, really good. Oh, I guess I should say, too, the reason that I wanted to film this is because if you're going to, do, like, limited and stuff in this set, I thought these were some cards that were good and limited. Anyways, this card is actually really good. It didn't, like, look that strong, but it's removal and you can play it in any color, so I really liked this card. The next one that I ran is Witching Well. This card was another really good, like, tempo mid-range kind of card because you scryed 2 for 1 mana, which is really good, and then for 4 you can sack it to draw 2 cards. This card was just really, really strong, and I liked it. And then I got an Opt, which I actually never saw, so I never cast this, but this card is really good. Then going on to my 2 mana cards, the first thing that I got was Scorching Dragonfire. Yeah, this is classic removal. It's good for 2 mana, and the fact that it exiles is really good. I like this card. I played with it. Okay, this card is probably, like, I want to say the MVP, and you're probably looking at this like this card's solidly underwhelming. This card is amazing. This card won me the game in so many instances because I had a lot more removal and counter spells, but then this card really, like, helped me just beat face because I was drawing so many cards. Like, the deck had a lot of card draw and a lot of removal / counter spells, and the fact that it had flash was really good, so you could, like, block with it, and then when you draw your second card, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Like, this is so good. This card is honestly probably, like, the best in the deck, and it doesn't look like it, but it was so good. And then I also got, I had Run Away Together, and this card was really good. It is situational, but you can bounce something. I don't think bouncing in this set is, like, as good as maybe other sets, because there is a lot of the adventure cards, which were really, really cool, which we'll talk about in a bit, but I do think that this card was really good. You can use it to, like, bounce a token or something like that. Overall, I was really impressed by this card, and I had a couple of ETB effects so that I could, you know, recast those with this card. It is situational, but it's good. Then moving on to 3 mana, the first thing that we have is Brimstone Trebuchet. This is a really, really good card. I don't think this card looks like it's that good, but it's really good. It's a nice blocker. It's got reach, which is really good. I didn't care about the knight thing. I don't think I had, like, any knights in my deck. Oh, okay, I lied. I had 1 knight in my deck. But that really wasn't why I ran it. I ran it for, like, the dealing 1 damage to each opponent every turn, so it pinged, and it was a great blocker. Overall, card was really strong. Then I have Didn't Say Please, which is a classic counterspell. Not a whole lot to say there. I had 2 Merchant of the Veils. This guy was really, really good. A lot of times I just kind of, it was really good with my fairy guy so that I could, like, play my fairy thing and then draw an additional card and discard some cards that I didn't need. And then the 1 mana, discard a card, draw a card. Overall, card is really, really good. Then I have 2 of these Tome Raiders. Really, really simple, really good flyer. ETBs, you draw a card, it's got flying. Super straightforward, but this card was really good. Then I have Slaying Fire. I never got the adamant cost on this, but dealing 3 damage to any target for 3 mana was actually pretty good. Then we have Mystical Dispute. I never actually got this card off, but, like, this card seems really good. Like, kind of a lot of mana, like 3 mana for a counterspell, but I feel like in limited it's, like, not as big of a deal, but this card was pretty good. Then this is another colorless card that I think is strong and works in a lot of decks, which is Clockwork Servant, because if you have the Adamant, you get to draw a card for 3 mana, which I think is good, and I like that it's an artifact so you can run in anything. And the last is Hypnotic Sprite. I love how you have the counter spell and then it becomes a flyer. Like, overall, I think this is a really well-rounded blue card, and I thought this was really good in my deck, and I liked it a lot. Okay, cool. Then we get into, I feel like, the more exciting, like, the really good, like, beefy stuff at 4 mana. So the first card is Mad Ratter. This card is dumb, y'all. You draw your second card and you get 2 rats. Like, what on earth? This card is so good. I feel like every time I had this, I felt like I was in such a great position. Then we have Lock Dragon. This was another card that synergized really well with my fairy. Like, I feel like this deck was so synergistic, and I feel like it looks like a really well-crafted deck, and I think it really was, right? Like, it worked really well with my fairy, right? Because I got this, and then this triggered, I got to discard, draw a card, and then... Oh no, I'm sorry. That would only happen if I drew another card that turn. But anyways, this synergized, like, pretty well together. Oh no, it did, because if I was doing it on my turn... I'm so sorry. Yeah, this does work really well together. Okay, then we get into probably one of the best cards in the deck, which was, Torbran, Thane of Red Fell. I had this card off, and this card is just dumb. It does an additional +2 damage. I think this card would have been more well-balanced if it said an additional damage, but, this card was, like, the house. Like, really was so strong. I got this card off, and in the game that I had it, I actually had, and I guess I'll talk about this next, just because I had both of these on the field, and it was so stupid, because I had my Trebuchet card, right? And please let me know if I did this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I did this right. I had my Trebuchet card, so then with these, I was dealing, let's see, I Trebucheted for 1, so, like, I had, like, this all on the board. So I had this, so this pinged and this pinged, so these each did 6 damage. So, like, 6 damage total, they did 3 each. This was such a dumb combo, and I totally blew my last round opponent out, and he literally could not do anything. It was insane. Overall, these cards were both really good. I actually didn't use this ability at all. It was all about this, the ping, and then this would deal 2 additional damage. Like, overall, these were so amazing to have together, and I was like, I have to go red, because, like, seriously, these are so good together. And one more card at 5 mana, which was Unexpected Visions. Really, really straightforward. One thing I do want to say about this card, though, is you draw 3 and then you scry, which is really dumb in my opinion, the wording and the way that worked, and I actually messed it up, but just for the future, if you do play with this card, that's how it works. Cool. Okay, now we get into, this is ridiculous, y'all. I got 2 stolen by the Faze. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going blue. Like, this was so good. You get to bounce something, and it is anything, so you can do your stuff, but I always did my opponent's stuff, and then I got fairies. You bounce the really, really beefy thing, and then you get X amount of fairies. Like, overall, this card was so good, and having 2 of them just really made it. And I ran 17 lands. I had each of these lands, and these lands actually didn't work out as well as I thought they were going to. I was really disappointed, because I thought that I would like these cards a lot. They really didn't work out very well, but... Y'all, that was my deck. I kind of want to run through, I guess, some notable cards that I got in the rest of my pool. I didn't actually even open this yet, but my promo is Castle Guard Brig. I think this is going to be a good EDH card, but I just didn't personally play with it because my green was really weak. I'm trying to think of other cards that I want to kind of talk about. I did sideboard this guy in. I think this card is pretty good. It's 1 mana to just return an artifact, and then it's a 2/1. I did side this in against artifacts, and then this card actually I saw doing work. I didn't run it in my deck, but this card actually was really strong, very cheap mana cost wise. The rest of my red I don't think was like that great, and neither was my blue. I literally had like three blue cards left. Like, I didn't run anything else. Let's see what else. My black wasn't really that good. I got, like, the Witch's Vengeance, and my black just was pretty underwhelming, so I had, like, a decent amount of cards. I kind of wanted to go white because I ended up getting Trapped in the Tower, which was really exciting, but none of my white was, like, really that good. I just got a lot of kind of vanilla creatures and nothing that was really strong. So that was kind of, like, disappointing. My white wasn't, like, that deep, and my green was just really bad. I just didn't have, like, any really good things at all. Like, I got this card, which, like, which seemed pretty good. And then for my, multicolored cards, I think my multicolored cards were all really good. This card seems really cool. Just kind of, like, a big thing. But I didn't end up playing it, because, again, my black was fine, but it wasn't, like, that great. This for Night Synergy, but I really didn't get a lot of Knights, and then this also for Night Synergy, but again, my white wasn't, like, that great, and then I don't really think this card is, like, that good, so I didn't do that, but anyways, yeah, guys, that was my pool. It was really, really strong. I thought this deck, like, honestly didn't look like it was going to be that good, and then I, like, 3-0'd, like, every round, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess this deck is fine. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and let me know if you guys want to see these in the future. Bye!